I lean forward to sit on my right heel. Put it into my perineum, little pressure. It's like putting a cork in a bottle. I'm Mac, this is Boo Boo. We're at Kapilani Park in Hawaii. We live in Hawaii. If you see a valley right behind us, that's where we live, called Manoa Valley. The University of Hawaii is in the lower part of it. We're towards the back. In the Manoa Valley, where we live, it rains 150 years, 150 inches, sorry. And the valley opens up to this park, to Waikiki. And down here I get maybe 19, 20 inches of rain a year. It's quite remarkable. These are yoga seats. This is what I sit on. They're my sponsor. They're my product. They're kind of expensive. They're very cool. They have kapok inside. They're microfiber suede, good quality microfiber suede. They have little clips so you can separate them and you can use them separately. You know, they have double zippers on the back. Oh, here's a dime. And they're kind of expensive. I haven't sold very many of them. I started this product about 20 years ago. These were made about 5 years ago. They're still good. They don't mold because we use mold-resistant thread. Anyway, they sell for about $80 delivered anywhere in the United States. Okay, we're going to do some Qigong. This is a sitting style Qigong. And there are 7 forms, 8 forms actually, in this style. It's called a silken style Qigong. And there's a standing that I do some of, but before I sit down, I do some standing Qigong Tai Chi exercises called meditation exercises. And then at night I do a lying down. There's a lying down form, which is using your awareness to follow energy patterns throughout your body. Healing energy patterns for the purpose of healing. Qigong is a martial art, but it's actually a healing art. Okay, from martial art evolved Tai Chi, and from Tai Chi, Kung Fu. Kung Fu went to Japan and became karate, went to Korea and became Taekwondo. So the story goes. Qigong is similar to yoga, except it's more of a dance. It's more flowing, even though I do, before I sit down, I do 15, 20 minutes of the standing exercises, and then I do 15 to 30 minutes of yoga, and then I sit down and do the sitting Qigong, and after the sitting Qigong, I meditate. I'm not going to show you that because I just sit here, close my eyes. But the Qigong start with the Eye of God mudra, pubic bone, Manipura. In the middle here is the lower Tiantian. The lower Tiantian is the same as the lower 3 chakras. Perineum is Mulatahata, and Svadhisthana is actually where the center, close to the center of the lower Tiantian. The lower Tiantian is where all body movement originates. Anahata is the middle Tiantian, same as in yoga. It's about the heart. It's about connecting with the heart on the planet. It's of this level. The upper Tiantian here is the same as the Ajna, but it includes Vishuddha, Ajna, Sahasrara. Jade pillow is back here, which is entry into the brain through the medulla, the brain stem through the medulla oblongata. So we do a lot of breathing up our spine, through the medulla, to the back of our brain. There's an inhale, exhale, to the front, to the ajna, but to the entire face. Like in acupuncture, a needle goes into a small, one little point, but it radiates. So same with the Qigong. You try to, like when we follow patterns of energy up our spine, into our back of our brain, Make a narrow, narrow line, like a thin pin line across to this point. Inhale, exhale at this point, follow down a thin line, Vishuddha, down your chakras, back to the Muladhara, which is, by the way, also the first acupuncture point, #1 acupuncture point out of 365 points. It's very interesting because most of these practices developed around the same time, around 600 BC, which when they kind of came together and were put into a system, so to speak. But they were practiced, like yoga was practiced for 5,000 years. There's figurines that are in yoga postures. This lotus posture, sitting, is primary for me in Qigong. That's why I do the sitting, because this sitting style helps strengthen your sitting practice. The lotus sitting posture, like Pantanjali brought it into yoga, created a name for it, but people have been sitting like this since they became people. So a lot of enlightening insights come from sitting like this. And in yoga and Qigong and Tai Chi, we try to look for insights. And you have insights by working at something hard and forgetting it, and then something will come into your brain, like it's a thought that happens to you rather than you thinking it. It just comes into you. So before I sit down, like I do Tai Chi for 40 years, before I practice, I always try to be aware of possibility for insights. I program that into my brain, because you can have hundreds of brilliant insights, but you'll never see them. They just come through you and you ignore them. So awareness is a big part of this practice. On this breath, there's a lot of different breathing patterns that I do in Qigong. But this breath, fill up your stomach, Eye of God mudra on your stomach, little finger on your pubic bone or above it, near it, doesn't have to be right on it. Fill up your stomach. Then on the third breath, the inhale, filling up of the stomach, causes the hands. You let go, and the hands float away. Exhale. Point the middle finger, which is a spiritual consciousness, at the perineum. Thumbs go like towards the moon, Manipura. In the middle is a Tiantian Shradadisthana. Inhale. Kidneys, ribs. Point your middle finger up your spine, lean forward. Exhale. Inhale, put your middle finger on your knees. Your knees are sacred. Breathe up your spine into the back of your brain. Exhale down your front. Let it go in your perineum. And at the end of the exhale, you take an extra moment to let go. That place is a very strong healing place when you can let go at the end of a breath. The inhale is expanding, energizing. You can feel expansion in the fingertips, the back of your fingertips, the back of your hands, the back of your wrists, back of your forearms, back of your upper arms, back of your shoulders, your back, your legs, the outside of your legs. That's a Qigong inhale. The exhale is yin, is a contracting, is a nurturing, is a healing breath. Qigong is a breath. Qigong is Qi is energy, Gong is action, which is movement. Breath is energy, energizing, nurturing. Energizing, expanding, contracting, nurturing. It's a lot of information. Inhale. Sit back, curl your spine, lean forward, touch your wrists, run your thumbs across the top of your head, down your back, flick your earlobes, pull your fingers back, raise up, inhale to the top of your head, extend your shoulders, your arms, your middle finger. Thumb goes to the middle finger. Let go. Take a breath. Curl your arms up as far as you can. But don't strain yourself. Stretch your middle finger towards your wrist. Lean forward, curl around. Open up. Extend your middle finger. Now lift with your little finger, extend with your shoulders and your middle finger, pull down with your thumb, or let your back follow, your head and neck follow. Exhale. Inhale. You can spend time up here like this. Your head is back, your middle finger is over your third eye, over your ajna. Stretch your shoulders, stretch your arms, stretch your back, stretch your wrists, pull your fingers back. Take a breath. Exhale. Touch your third eye. Drop your head forward, touch your Savasana. Let your hands go back to your jade pillow. Take a breath. Exhale, push energy from your middle finger down your center line. Probably out of time. Breathe up your spine. Exhale. Count 3 heartbeats. Just imagine 3 heartbeats. Turn to the left. Wrist goes, finger points to your wrist. Wrist goes up to level your third eye. Lean back, turn your palm up, turn your ribs out and your elbow out. Turn your head to the right. Stretch your ears, stretch your eyes. Turn your hands inward. I've got mudra.